We got injustice. Wonder Woman might be significant for you. Marvel might be significant for you. So we've got injustice, we've got empowerment and presence. I just got this massive, like, shooting pain up my spine. Clarify injustice, please, Spirit. Okay. There's something that you recently let go of. Something that you recently let go of, and I think in amongst letting go of it, a part of you might have felt like there was some injustice in having to do that. It kind of is giving the feeling like you had to be the bigger person, and the injustice in that just didn't feel right. It didn't feel fair. It didn't feel good in your body, specifically in your body, especially around your heart space and in your solar plexus or your gut, stomach, puku. You've recently had to let go of something, and it really just didn't feel fair that you had to be the bigger person in that situation, but you did. I think you've always had to be the bigger person in a lot of situations in your life, and I think that experiencing that again for you was just like that feeling of like, I don't want to keep experiencing this as my reality. So it hasn't, whoever this is for, going through that, yes, it felt like an injustice, but you're not the kind of person that's like, I'm just gonna fucking dwell on it, I'm gonna let it bring me down. You're not that kind of person. You're the kind of person that you're like, okay, power up then. Okay then, let's power up. That's just the kind of person you are. You're like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to take that and I'm going to draw on it and I'm going to allow that energy to gather. I'm going to alchemize the fuck out of it. I'm going to create it into something beautiful. So whatever it is that you just had to go through, especially with the butterflies that are sitting at the top of this letting go card, it's giving transcendence. It's giving transformation. It's also giving freedom. It felt like injustice, but at the end of the day, you were like, you know what? Fuck. I've had to be the bigger person my entire life, so why is it any different now? I'm just going to roll with it, because at the end of the day, I always end up being okay. I always end up in better places, in better situations, and fuck it. I'm free. Still emoji is very significant, whoever this is for. Butterflies are also very, very significant in this. Presence. I want to get a bit more clarity on presence. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. This is you. When I was explaining that you're like not the type of person that gets down and out and you draw on, literally, you draw on your wounds and you turn that shit into wisdom. Exactly why I was drawn to this deck. Courage. That card literally depicts you. These two cards literally depict you, your personality, who you are, how the fuck you move through life, and I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Because like I said, you take your wounds and you turn that shit into wisdom and you make something so fucking beautiful out of it. And people, a lot of the times, people might not say it, but they'll look at you and be like, how the fuck? Like, how is this even possible? That time and time again, you rise. Time and time again, you transmute. Time and time again, you alchemize the fuck out of everything that is handed to you. Every single deck of cards that is handed to you in this life. How do you always end up on top? You know why? Because throughout it all, throughout everything, despite all the bullshit, you remain present with your intuition. You remain present within yourself. And even in the times where you feel a little bit off or you feel like your intuition's off, you always return home to self. you always return home to self. And that's why you always end up on top. Because regardless of the things that go on around you, regardless of the way that people might treat you, regardless of what you have to walk away from that is not serving you, you always come home to self. Even if it throws you off that little bit for a little while, for a couple of days, weeks, or maybe even some months sometimes, you always come home to self, and that's why you always end up on top. But that in itself is so significant for you because your path has been specifically curated in that way. The process of curation might be significant for you. Of the process of curing something might be significant for you. To confirm who this collective is, what collective this is for. Sorry, it's coming through really quickly. But you continuously return to yourself and your inner compass, your intuition. Continue returning to source, spirit. And Harley Davidson might be significant. The Harley just drove past. The name Harley might be significant. David might be significant. Your path has been curated like this, specifically. Everything in your life that has led you to where you currently are has been all about you going on, I'm hearing like side quests, like going on these side quests that feel like they're taking you off your path, but in the end, they perfectly come back together. And that coming back together is you coming home to self. So it's like you go on these little side quests where you feel a little bit lost, feel like things are getting a little bit chaotic, and then you come back into self again. And it's been like that. It's this in and out energy of experiencing things on the outside of you, returning home and going, actually, this is who I am. That's right, now I remember. I forgot for a second there because I went on my little side quest. But now that I'm home, I remember. The more that you do that, the more natural it comes in remembering who it is that you are at your core. Remembering that original blueprint. Oh, this was a good one. This was a good one. I just want to see if Spirit have any more messages for you, because this is a really, really beautiful message. The card that came out was Sister Wound, but I'm not going to even go into that space because it's giving me very old energy. It's giving me very old energy. No. No. Whoa. What is going on? No. Okay. I'm going to leave that there for you. I wish you all the best with the journey that you are on. Remember that despite everything, you chose it to be this way before you incarnated here on earth. So have a lot of gratitude for the path that you are walking, because it is a very beautiful path. And the things that you are learning, the wisdom that you are gaining, the knowledge that you are gaining is all going to benefit you sooner than you think. Anyways, you keep moving with peace in the chaos of this life. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Always be so fucking kind. And as always, much love.